Always hit. Uh, Tired of people explaining. Oh, this is dumb. People always ask me sometimes when you went to Iraq, I don't know about doing this with the music alongside, but is the music fitting? Okay. Well, I guess it was. People always ask me. I got back from Iraq a long time ago, 10 years ago. Yeah, almost 10 years ago. But people always ask me sometimes, when you went to Iraq, did you talk to the people there? Did they talk to you? What did they say? Were any of them tall? Did you have any translators? What were their names? Were they happy to see you? Were any of them hostile? Were the children happy to see you? Were there any Iraqi soldiers who talked to you? Did you eat their food? Did you kill them? Were there protests against you? Did they pray all the time? Were you uncomfortable? What did the bodies look like? Did you have fun? Were there women around? Was it hot? What was that like? How was the food? How were the bodies? What did you see? Did you shoot anyone? Did you have sex? Did anyone shoot at you? What does a sandstorm feel like? What were the reporters like? How was the food? How did you go to the bathroom when you had to? How did you feel about the mission? What did people around you say? Did you ever feel like you'd die? What was your average day like? Very good. Can you switch the music up a little? I don't know. Okay. They live at 6411 Spencer, and they're both annoying. He told me to go to see Ghost Rider. I'm sure I won't. My sister Jennifer called my cell phone while he was in the car, but I didn't answer. I told him I was glad it wasn't that girl, Gloria, from last night. I don't feel like telling you. And didn't do a good job. I didn't feel like. Oh yeah. What am I saying? I didn't do a good job telling him that story. Who are you? Don't get sidetracked. Keep going. She's this girl I drove around last night, who was in the car at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I took her out to buy crack, but I listened to her tell me, I don't know. I drove her around for a while, and she was friendly. She's actually very good looking. She asked me how much the taxi job pays, and what she'd need to do to start driving. I don't know. Everyone always says that. It's stupid. I don't care. I just said she wouldn't want to be alone inside a car with most of the people I drive around regularly. The crackheads and sex perverts and creeps, etc. would scare me more if I were a pretty girl in a car with them. I know she's a prostitute, and I've driven her pimp. I know her pimp lives at the Great Western Motel. I've picked her up more than 20 times in the past, but she was nice to me last night because she didn't have any money. We exchanged phone numbers. I took her number mainly because I wanted to be able to know it was her phone calling mine on the caller ID. In the future, I'll know not to answer the phone if her name comes up on the caller ID. I don't think there's anything morally wrong with her prostitution lifestyle. It's just debt from 7 years ago. I owe the school $3,800. It's just, that's the wrong page. It's just not what I think there's. I wouldn't be a prostitute. I'd get bored trying to talk to a crack addict in my spare time. I think it's boring when I have to do it at work. I don't like to. Yes, well, so I would never date her. I'm not gonna date Gloria. So I said to the guy in the cab tonight, "Whew, it's not Gloria. It's just my sister, not Gloria." When the phone was ringing and he was in the car later, I looked at the phone. It wasn't Gloria on the phone. I told him all about Gloria, and I said how I hate how prostitutes and crack addicts, these seem to be the only people I ever meet. He said, "That's bad. That's actually really bad." He could never date a prostitute. He could never date anyone who'd even once been a prostitute or a porn actress at any time. But what if she were really smart and funny? someone you admired and enjoyed and respected as a person in spite of her past in porn and prostitution. He said, no one could possibly be smart and funny if she'd ever once been a prostitute. He said I obviously hadn't taken psychology, because those prostitute women are sick and sad. On the other hand, I told him, Mary Gateskill, one of my favorite authors. She's smart and funny, but she was a prostitute at one point. She's one of the most talented, sophisticated American novelists working today. That was the end of it.